The Mail on Sunday, July 28th, 2024, front page. Here are the front page headlines. As Force faces brutality claims, dramatic new footage shows women officers punched to the ground before incident that sparked outcry. So here, look. Women officers punched to the ground. CCTV reveals vile attack on airport Rail police. Shocking CCTV footage from Manchester Airport last night revealed that 3 police officers, I've underlined it here for you, 3 police officers were viciously attacked in the moments before one of them kicked a teenager in the head. So now the CCTV has been released of what happened before. Investigators were this weekend poring over the video, which exposes a series of violent assaults and sheds new light on an incident that provoked uproar and allegations of police brutality and racism. It comes as concerns grow that the officers involved may have to go into hiding amid protests and fear of intimidation. Senior police sources concede that one of the officers who kicked 19-year-old Fahir Mohammed Amas in the head appears to have lost control. However, they insist that the full picture is far more complicated, let's repeat the word complicated, than has been portrayed. All 3 of the officers have been violently attacked. Let's repeat that again. All 3 of the officers have been violently attacked, a well-connected source told the MOS this weekend. This article is an exclusive article and it's by here, Mark Hookman, senior reporter. This is the front page headlines here. The source was the Mail on Sunday, date July 28, 2024, and it's the front page. Now I'm going to turn to page 6 next. And here's the incident of the footage that was released before, and now we have new footage that has been released afterwards to show what happened before. So all this has happened before, and then this took place here. 2 police women poleaxed by, the title here is thugs now. No, sorry, thug. Now I'm going to continue from the front page of the newspaper onto page 6 now. And it says, this is follow-up from page 1. Some of the officers may even have temporarily lost consciousness during the violent attack. Now, this is new information that is being disclosed to the public now. So, some of the officers may have even temporarily lost consciousness during the violent attack. Greater Manchester Mayor Andy Berman last night described the incident as a complicated situation with 2 sides to it, adding, "It is why I urge people not to rush to judgment." The dramatic CCTV footage which emerged online last night shows. I'm going to repeat exactly word for word what the newspaper is saying, the description. Fahir punching a female police officer in the face, breaking her nose. Look, breaking her nose. Before knocking down a second woman officer. His brother Ahmed throwing a barrage of full-blooded punches at an armed male officer, leaving him stunned and slumped on the floor. Fahir punching the male officer and grabbing him by the neck in a chokehold which he released only when one of the female officers tasered him. Greater Manchester Police GMP was plunged into crisis last week after several videos of the violence recorded on mobile phones by onlookers were posted online. They showed Fahir being kicked in the head and stamped on by a male officer as he lay on the ground in an airport car park on Tuesday night. Amid chaotic scenes, the same male officer was then seen ordering Ahmed, 25, onto the floor, stamping on his thigh and hitting him on the back of his head. The footage provoked uproar with a series of anti-police protests held in Rochdale, where the brothers are from. So the brothers are from an area called Rochdale. Tensions were raised further when Ahmed Yacoub, a controversial lawyer representing the two men, claimed that the incident had been an attempted assassination. So, Ahmed Yacoub's lawyer representing the two men claimed that the incident had been an attempted assassination. So I've underlined the word attempted assassination. The male officer has been told by Independent Office for Police Conduct Watchdog IOPC that he is facing a criminal probe for assault and will be interviewed under caution as soon as possible. Until last night, little had been known about what happened in the moment leading up to the events captured by other passengers on their mobile phones, or how things escalated. The MOS, however, has spoken to a well-informed source with detailed knowledge of the controversial incident last night. As the extraordinary CCTV footage emerged online, the source gave a full blow-by-blow account of what is alleged to have happened. It is understood that Fahir and Ahmed travelled to Manchester Airport to meet their mother, who is believed to have flown there from Pakistan via Doha in Qatar on a Qatar Airways flight. Words are said to have been exchanged between their mother and a male passenger on board the flight, which landed at 7:20 p.m. The argument is thought to have continued in the baggage hall of Terminal 2. Let's repeat this again. Words are said to have been exchanged between their mother and a male passenger. The argument is thought to have continued in the baggage hall of Terminal 2, which claims that the male passenger pushed his trolley into the men's mother. At 8:22 p.m, after the woman met her two sons and told them about the incident on the flight, a violent altercation erupted in a Starbucks coffee shop within the terminal. Two armed police officers, a man and a woman, along with a female patrol officer, responded to the call and intercepted the woman passenger and her two sons at 8:28 p.m. on the ground floor of Terminal 2's West car park. So let's do a recap. There was a violent altercation erupted, that's in Starbucks, according to the information here. Two armed police officers, a man and a woman, along with a female patrol officer, they responded, intercepted the woman passenger and her two sons. That's at 8:25 p.m. now at Terminal 2. Let's continue. The CCTV footage reveals the three officers attempted to arrest. Repeat the word, attempted to arrest Fahir as he used a car park ticket machine. He is shown resisting before Ahmed throws a barrage of at least 6 punches at the male police officer, he crumbles onto a row of metal seats. The lad resisted arrest and rained absolute full-blooded punches at the officer. The officer slumped down at the side of the vending machine while that lad was raining punches on him. Fahey is then shown lashing out, first punching one of the female officers in the side of the head and then smashing the second woman officer in the face, knocking her off her feet and leaving her sprawled on the floor. The second female officer, who has red hair, is seen in the mobile phone footage apparently dazed and holding her head, suffered a broken nose. All the punches were full-blooded haymakers. The source said he smashed the red-haired officer in the face, poleaxed her basically, flattened her out and broke her nose. How can you smash a woman officer in the face? It is vile. I'm going to repeat that again. How can you smash a woman police officer in the face? It is vile. Let's repeat it a third time. How can you smash a woman police officer in the face? It is vile. The footage then shows Fahey throwing at least another 4 punches at the first female officer, who is knocked to her knees. He was pummeling her, the source said, and I'm told she has temporarily lost consciousness. So he has broken the red-haired officer's nose, and then when he is grabbed by the firearms officer, he has launched in on her, raining vicious blows on her. And then there's another, they repeat this in large print now. How can you smash a woman in the face? Question mark. By the time the male officer had got back to his feet and was aiming his taser at Ahmed, Fahey, however, is shown charging into the back of the male officer, punching him in the head before grabbing him around the neck. The male police officer, doesn't know what is happening other than he is being choked from behind, the source said. It is claimed that the male officer suffered a suspected broken jaw and may also have been temporarily knocked out. The fight ended only when the first female officer was able to stagger back to her feet and fire her taser at Fahey, which knocked him out. I'm going to repeat this again. The fight ended only when the first female officer was able to stagger back to her feet and fire her taser at Fahey, which knocked him out. So let's go back. The female officer staggered back to her feet and fired her taser at Fahey, which knocked him out. She tasered him. The source said that knocked him to the ground, so he released the chokehold. It is at this point seen by millions in the mobile phone footage that the male police officer kicks Fahey in the and apparently stamps on him as he lies on the floor. The source conceded the officer, who has since been suspended by GMP, appeared to have been gripped by a red mist, but stressed that airports are high-risk locations and that the 2 armed officers would have been